Hello, I've got Makoshi. How are you? It's yoga time with me. I'm Jane. Make your way onto the mat. I love this sound. So take a big breath in and just let it go. And as you start to get comfortable here in this now moment, start to get comfortable here in this now moment. This now moment that's always changing, always moving. The sun is always moving, the clouds, the air, your blood, your thoughts. Everything's moving all the time. Can you get your mind and breath working together so much that you can find comfort in any now that you're in? That's yoga. It's yoga on the mat and off the mat. So, put your hands together in an Anjali Mudra right here at your heart. And close your eyes and start to feel your breath moving in and out of this beautiful body, this unique body, this resilient body. And cultivate Ujjayi breath. Start to constrict. It feels like a constriction at the back of the throat. The breath is in through the nose and out through the nose. And I invite you to be comfortable with this breath and this now. It's ever changing, maybe deeper and faster. The invitation is to keep this Ujjayi breath. If you can, great. If you can't, great. It's all good. And whatever it is that I guide us through on this flow, on this time together, on this mat, I am just doing that. I'm just guiding it. So if I do something and you don't want to do it, or you want to do something that I'm not doing, please just do it. You listen to your body. So taking a sense of freedom and surrounding the entire body and your mat with it, like I can do whatever I want. The big request though is that you breathe. So I'm excited. Take a big breath in, reach up, look up. And just open up your arms. Drop your shoulders back and down. Reach your fingertips super alive. You feel your entire arm muscles everywhere engage. You bring your navel to the spine. And in this position, you say, all right, universe, bring it. I'm ready. I'm ready to feel all the goodness. I'm ready to experience all the abundance. I'm ready to receive all of the love. And I'm willing to share it with the world. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. And roll over onto your hands and knees for tabletop. Tucking the toes, go ahead and lift your knees up about an inch off of the floor. And press the floor away from you. So you'll feel your shoulders kind of poof up. Let your tailbone draw back to the back wall as the heels press toward the back wall. The gaze is down. The back of the neck is long. Cultivate that Ujjayi breath. Take another breath in. Exhale, set the knees down, untucking the toes, look up and drop the belly. Breathe in. Exhale, arch the back, look at the navel. Breathe in, look up, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, arch the spine, look at the belly button. Do this, these cats and cows, your breath, your timing. Coming into neutral spine as you inhale. And just look over the left and the right shoulder with a breath, with a movement. And start to just wake up the spine. Move it around in some S's, some C's. Coming back to neutral, we'll make big hip circles. Scoot your hips off to the right, to the glutes, to the left and forward. Breathing in as you go back. Exhaling as you come up. We'll do about 5 in each direction. But feel the stretching in the bones and the muscles. When you finish your 5, just switch directions. Lubricating the hips, the knees, the wrists. And after you finished your 5 or so, just come back to a neutral tabletop. Tucking the toes, lifting the tailbone, downward facing dog. Pedal your dog out. Let the chest press toward the shins. Let the head be heavy. Come into a still downward facing dog. You can have your knees bent here. Dropping down to the forearms. Lift the tailbone high. Pressing back up into downward facing dog. Roll like a wave, so come up on your toes. Start to arch your back like we did with the tabletop and come into plank. Bending the knees, scooting the hips back like we were floating the knees before. Press the chest to the knees, lift the tailbone high so you meet yourself in downward facing dog. We're going to do a few of those. So getting into a flow. So breathing in, lift your heels, roll like a wave into plank. Exhale, scooping your chest back to your knees, lifting the tailbone. And keep going like a wave. Coming high on those toes as you roll into plank. Feeling the whole body undulate. Like a wave. Just a couple more. Pressing the tailbone back, lifting it high, rolling like a wave into plank, bending the knees. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Twirl your ankle in one direction. Then switch direction. Lift the foot a little higher. Exhale, step it through or place it through. Dropping to the back left knee. Inhale, lift the right arm high. Lift the chest. Roll it like you're aiming your heart up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, palm the mat. Step back to that high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, keeping your elbows pulled toward the ribs. Inhale, lift the chest for a baby cobra. Breathing in. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg high. Rotate the ankle in one direction. Switch direction. Breathe in, lift the foot a little higher. Exhale, step it through. Drop to that back right knee. Inhale, lifting the left arm up high. Rotating the chest back. Look up toward the sky. Take another breath in. Exhale, palm the mat. Step back to high plank. Lowering all the way down to the belly. Inhale for a bigger cobra. So lift your chest up even higher. Keeping the back of the neck long. Pull the shoulder blades back toward each other. Take a breath in. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step it through for that low lunge. Keeping high on that back left foot. Inhale, lift the right arm high. Bend deep into that right knee. You might give yourself a little bounce. I like to do that. Take another breath in. Exhale, palm the mat, step back to high plank, chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale for your downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step it through for that low lunge, keeping high on those back right toes. Inhale as your left arm lifts. Take a breath in. As you exhale, palm the mat, step back to high plank, vinyasa. Inhale for your upward. Exhale for your down dog. Breathing here. Walking the feet up to the hands, slowly, meditatively, with your breath, with your awareness. I like to heel toe my feet together so that my big toes touch, but my heels are about 1 inch apart. Bend the knees so deep that you can take your hands behind you and touch the floor. And then from here, come up to chair. So inhale. Dropping the booty. Lifting the toes. Weight is in the heels. Shoulders are drawing back and down. Reaching so actively with those fingertips. Thighs spiral inward. On your next inhale, reach up, stand tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you halfway lengthen, staying here. Pulling the shoulders back and down. Tailbone pulls toward the back of the mat. The crown pulls toward the front of the room. Navel's pulling toward the spine. Taking a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. You can step or jump back. If you jump back, land with bent elbows. Vinyasa. Breathing here. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through for warrior two. Bending the knee deep. Reaching out, dropping the shoulders back and down. The outer blade of the left foot is on the mat and anchored on the earth. Looking over that right extended hand. Bend a little deeper into that right knee. Inhale, peaceful warrior, scoop it up and back. Exhale, straighten the front leg, triangle. Reach forward, pull the left hip back. Left hand lifts. taking this extended left hand, if you want, you can keep it here, or you can go for a little half bind, reaching for the inner thigh of the right leg. Let the left forearm pull and magnetize to the lower back as the chest leans back. You can stay here, or you can take your right hand off of your shin and extend it out. Gaze is up, spine is long, legs are sturdy, and you're breathing. Reaching with that right hand. Inhale, scoop it up and back for a half bound, straight-legged, peaceful. Releasing the bind, cartwheel the hands down. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You can go through vinyasa, or you can meet us straight there. It's up to you. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, warrior two. I get to face you now. Bend deep into that left knee. Open up the chest. Let the shoulders draw back and down, reaching out with both hands, looking over that left hand. Feel the strength in the legs as your left knee bends a little deeper. As you inhale, scoop it up and back for peaceful. Exhale, extend that left leg, reaching out for triangle. Right hip draws back, left hand to the shin, right hand up. The chest is what we want to kind of aim toward the ceiling. The eye gaze is going to follow. You can stay here, you can take the right hand behind the back, reaching for the inner thigh of the left leg, leaning back into the support of your own right arm. Let the forearm and the lower back make contact. You can stay here, or you can take the left arm and reach it so the bicep is next to the ear. Chest is still rotating toward the sky. The legs are still strong. And you breathe. On your next inhale, straight-legged half-bound peaceful warrior. Scoop it back. As you exhale, cartwheeling the hands down, vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Walking the hands back to the feet, one step at a time, just as meditative. Meet yourself in a forward fold. Take your feet about hips distance, if that's comfortable for you, so it'll be about the width of two of your fists. And let your head be heavy. Shake it yes and no. You can take an arm in each hand and elbow to give yourself a little bit of extra pull. Because the 9.8 of the gravity is not quite enough. I want a little bit more. Releasing the bind. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. The head will be last to arrive. Once the head arrives, roll the shoulders up, back and down, palms face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, squat down into chair. Maybe you need to put your feet together. Maybe you keep them wide. It's up to you, whatever's comfy, whatever works with your body. Taking the hands to heart center and twisting to the right. So the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Pressing the hands together. Let the thumbs press into the chest. Drop the bottom. Look at your knees and make sure that they're next to each other. Sometimes the hips can get a little wonky because our bodies are wonky because we're humans. Take a breath in, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Spreading the feet apart, hips distance. Reaching up with both hands as you inhale, taking the left hand with the right wrist and letting the right wrist pull the left arm over for a side stretch. Press the outer blade of the left foot onto the earth. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chair. We're going to twist to the left. Hands to heart center. And twisting to the left. Again, check out your knees. Placing the weight in your heels. There's not much weight in your toes. Drop the bottom. Press the hands together. Look up. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Adjusting the feet. Inhale, reach up. We're going to switch sides, leaning to the right with the left hand pulling the right wrist. The eye gaze is up. Press the outer blade of the right foot into the earth. Inhale, rise up. Give yourself a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands out to high plank. And breathe. Press the heels to the back wall. Pull the spine up toward the navel. Look down at your feet. That way you can see if you are in a downward dog or if you're dropping low. You want to be able to see your toes, at least your feet. Press the floor away from you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in. Settle in. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Scoop it up and back. Exhale, straighten the leg for triangle. Reaching forward. You can take that half bind again. Now from here, wherever you are, bending deep into that right knee, come into a supported side angle. So you either have a bind or not. Whatever's comfortable for you. Scoop it up and back for peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. We'll meet in plank. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Scoop it up and around. Inhale for peaceful. Exhale, triangle. Reaching forward. You can take the half bind if you want. And bending the left knee, coming into a supported side angle. Again, if you're not in the bind, your arm is up. But otherwise, let the forearm rest on the lower back. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Straighten the legs. Now rotate your feet so that you're facing the side of your mat. It's the right side of my mat. It's good stuff. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center, and just come into a forward fold. And we're going to do some Skandhasanas. We're going to do some gentle ones. So leaning over, bending deep into that right knee, keeping the heels down. Breathe into center. Exhale, bending deep into the left knee, keeping the chest up. Breathe into center. Exhale, bending the right knee. Heels stay down if possible. Inhale to center. Exhale, bending the left knee. Do these on your own breath, own timing. Breathing into center, exhaling for the squat. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll do a few more of these. Coming back to center, going into the Skandhasana on the right. So bending the knee deep, my toes will point out, and I will take my left foot and bring them up. Point them up. You can keep your hands on the mat. You can bring them to heart center. Inhale, come back to center and switch sides. Lifting the right toes. My left heel comes up off the mat a little bit. I'm okay with that because it's keeping the integrity in my right leg. My legs hyperextend, I forget that. Inhale, back to center. Inhale as you halfway lengthen. Exhale as you forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Inhale with a flat back, placing the hands on the hips, and inhale to rise all the way up. Rotating the feet, the left foot to the front, and setting it for pyramid. So now both feet are facing forward. Inhale as your spine lengthens, and exhale as you hinge at the hips as you fold forward over that left shin. Right toes and left toes are both facing forward. The hips are squared. Can you be comfortable with where you are? Pull the left hip back. Inhale, rise up. Rotate back the way we started. We're going to face the back of the mat. So rotating the right foot forward, adjusting the back left foot so that the hips are pointing forward. Take a breath in with a long spine. As you exhale, hinge forward. Draw the right hip back. As you inhale, lift yourself up. Rotate again, face the front. Coming up on that back right heel. So coming into a crescent lunge, bending deep into that left knee. Inhale, both arms lift. Press the right heel to the back of the room, the back of the mat. Lifting that right knee up toward the ceiling. Bending deep into that left leg. Inhale, back up, straighten the legs, rotate, I keep my arms up, go into crescent facing the back of the mat, bending the right knee deep. Pressing the left heel to the back, to your back, now front of the mat. You know what I mean. Lift the left knee up, bend deep into that right leg. Inhale, rotate to star at the side. You can release your arms, keeping the back right foot down, rotating the left knee forward, coming into that supported side angle. Lifting the right hand. You can take this left hand and it can stay here on your thigh, or you can place it on the floor. You can take a half bind. You can take a full bind, so you can take the left hand underneath, clasping hands, opening up the chest. You can stay here, or you can step the right foot up to meet the left and come into bird of paradise. Lifting the left foot, flexing the toes, straightening the spine. Try to not kick anything. You can extend that left leg. Coming back down the way you came, setting the left foot down, stepping the right foot back, taking the left hand down, extend the right arm, smile, come up to star, celebrate. Whatever you did, yay! Doing it to the right now, to the back of the mat. Rotating the right foot, bending the knee, coming into the supported side angle. The outer blade of the left foot is placed on the mat. You can stay here. Take the right hand to the floor. You can go for the half bind. You can go for the full bind. Dropping the shoulder underneath that right knee. Opening up the chest. You can step the left foot to meet the right. And then lifting the right foot up. Ooh, not as easy on this side for me. There we go. Straightening the leg and the spine. You can keep the right leg bent. You can extend it. For bird of paradise. Taking another breath in. As you exhale, setting the right foot back down. Step the left foot back. Unbind, unwind, stand up into a star, and celebrate. You did it. Isn't it great? We'll just meet at the back of the mat. Take a breath in, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Placing the right foot firmly onto the earth. Inhale for stork. Left knee lifts. Left foot is active and engaged. You can stay here, placing the left hand on the outside of the knee. You can also peace sign fingers around your big toe. Keeping the spine tall, you can also extend your leg. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left foot or the left knee, opening up for a twist. I have to cactus my left hand. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale as you come back to center. Release the hands. Keep the leg extended. My body knew it was going to happen. Breathe in. Lift the foot. Exhale, release the arms and the hands and shake it out. I'm going to switch sides. Anchoring the left foot onto the earth. Inhale for stork. Right leg lifts. You can stay here. The right hand to the knee. Peace sign fingers around the right big toe. You can stay here, or you can extend the leg. Spine is long. Doesn't matter if the leg is straight. You can take the left hand to the outside of the right foot, extend it out, or it's on the outside of the right knee, and rotate open. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale to center, reach both arms up, lift the leg a little higher, and drop it all, drop it all, drop it all, let it go, shake it out. That feels good right there. Shaking it out feels so good. I highly encourage it. So come down to your mat, onto your bottom. Maybe you will snap, crackle, and pop like I do. I'm good at it. Lay down on your mat. We're going to come up for some bridges. And we'll be preparing for wheel. So if that's in your practice or you want to explore it, cool. If not, cool. Stick with the bridge. So placing the heels so that you can touch them or graze them with your fingers. They're going to be about hips distance apart. So you can kind of check that out. Ish. Your body is going to do what it wants to do. So tuck the tailbone up and in so you can kind of see, like sometimes it's like squishing. It's like if somebody put a grape on your lower spine and you try to squish it with your lower back. So from that position with your pelvic bowl tilted, as you inhale, lift the hips up. You can shimmy the shoulder blades together. You can clasp your hands behind your back. But lift your hips up really high. Keep pressing them up higher and higher. Let the inner thighs spiral inward. Press evenly into the feet. Another breath in. On your exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, being gentle with yourself. We're just going to sit here for just a breath before we go into our second one. So check your heels and check your tailbone. Just tuck it under and then inhale as you lift up. If you clasp your hands behind your back, clasp them in a non-habitual way so that the opposite thumb is on top. Lift the hips up a little higher. Little higher. Releasing the hands. Dropping the hips down. Inhale, lift them back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Lift a little higher. Exhale, release. Recalibrate yourself. I like to give my hips a wiggle. I may be the only one that does that. You can try it. You may like it. So we're going to either go into a wheel or you can go into your third bridge. It's whatever feels good and right to you. So I think my shirt will stay. We'll see. So if you're going to go into wheel, place your hands next to your head. And I like to press up like this. And then take your chest, keep breathing, keep your head like heavy. I like to shake it. Take your chest and like a magnet, it pulls to the back wall. Breathe here. I love this. I could stay here all day. Don't recommend it. But come out of this gently, tucking your chin to your chest, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. And we'll all meet on our backs. Place your knees together and let your heels scoot out. It decompresses the lower back. And place your hands on your stomach. Feel the energy moving through your body. The blood, the oxygen, the light, the space, all of the goodness that is you. Bringing your knees into your chest, rock yourself to the left and to the right. And we're gonna roll up. Ooh, that feels good. Curl yourself in a ball first. That just feels nice. Roll yourself up 3 times. So that's 1, 2. On the third one, we're gonna stay seated. 3, isn't it great? Extending both legs out ahead of you. Taking the right foot into the left inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale as you hinge forward. I like to take my right hand to the outside of my left foot. And we're going to be here just for a little bit. So can you be comfortable with where you are? Maybe you want to be in a different shape. Maybe that's because you don't like this one, or you think your body should be further along or in a different position. But if we're comfortable with where we are, that's where we allow more space to grow, expand, release, receive. But if every time we're uncomfortable, we leave the situation, we get out of the pose, right? Then do we even have time to grow? Because I know for me, the longer I'm in this shape, the more my body surrenders into it. Whenever I first get into this shape, I'm like, wow, I can't do anything. And then I just keep breathing with myself. I imagine my right knee being like a magnet pulling toward the earth. My breath is steady. Another couple of breaths here. Make them count. Take your time with them. Last breath in. Last breath out. On your next inhale, gently start to walk your hands up your left leg. Take your right hand behind you, scoop the energy up, lift the hips. Onto the right shin you go, opening up the heart. Breathe in. On your exhale, scooping down the way you came in. And we're going to switch sides, extending the right leg out. Placing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Breathe in and extend your spine long. As you exhale, hinge forward. Notice the difference in each side of your body without judgment. Can you be comfortable with the differences that are within you? That is as same as you think you are. Your entire you is different from its own other half. We have this idea that we are symmetrical. And although we are, we're not. We're never completely symmetrical. I don't think there's a human out there who has 2 feet that are exactly the same. 2 boobs that are exactly the same. That have 2 eyes that are exactly the same. And when I get comfortable with that realization, then I get more comfortable in my body. If I'm comfortable in my body, my breath moves easier. Then when I do things like asana for yoga, then my body goes deeper into shapes that allow itself to just stretch out, get stronger. Which I want that personally. Take 2 more really deep, luxurious breaths. next inhale, gently begin to walk your hands up your extended right leg. Take the left hand behind you like a second spine. Extend the right hand and sweep the energy up as the hips lift. Open up the heart. Breathe in. Exhale, come back down the way you came. Extending both legs out ahead of you. Move the flesh from under your bottom so your sits bones land on the earth. Inhale as you reach both arms up. Look up. Exhale, hinge forward, keeping that spine long. This means that you may go only so far, or that you bring your knees up to your chest. But go into a forward fold and relax your head wherever you are. So that may mean that if you're up higher, you rest your head on your hands. You can rest your head on a block, whatever feels good to you. Just see if you can relax your forehead onto something so that you drop all the tension in your shoulders. We're not trying to reach at our feet and pull ourselves. We don't need to effort here. The effort is just witnessing. The effort is just being with your breath. That's the only effort and focus you need. It's not to be any different than where you are in this now moment. Can you be comfortable with where you are? Keeping your toes active and engaged. Every exhale, maybe you have a mantra of surrender. Maybe you breathe in peace. And you exhale, surrender. Maybe you inhale love. And you exhale, surrender. Inhale, love. Exhale, surrender. A few more of these deep, intentional breaths. On your next breath in, start to walk your hands up your legs. So much gratitude that you have legs. Shake them out just a little bit. Feels good. And you can either lay down for Shavasana or you can sit up for a seated meditation. That is up to you. If you go into Shavasana, lay down on your back. Let your palms face up, open up next to your body. I invite you to close your eyes wherever you are. And let your shoulders become heavy. As you take a big breath in, you're going to exhale and surrender your whole body into stillness. Into an active place of receiving peace, comfort, joy. For your body to be in stillness, you give it permission to rest and to integrate all that you've done for it. You give your body permission to receive the nourishment of your breath. You give your body permission to receive the strength from your movement. And you give your body permission to harmonize with your spirit and with this earth. You feel the weight of your body on the earth and the lightness of your chest emanating out this beautiful energy of love that is you. Bringing awareness to your breath, letting it flow in and out as you take a big breath in and a nice sigh out. You become aware of your body in this now moment, the weight of it. You feel your energy, your spirit aligning in perfect and just perfection with you. Everything is in harmony. Everything's in balance. And having so much gratitude for this body and this now. Maybe you take your head and look to the left and to the right. If you're on your back, you're giving yourself a nice little massage on the back of the head. If you're seated, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, beginning to move your fingers and toes. Maybe you curl yourself into a little ball, or you give yourself a full body stretch. But come back into present awareness as you press yourself up into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, placing your hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra in prayer position, dropping your chin just slightly. And you have a moment with these next few breaths to feel what you want to feel the comfort where you feel it, to feel the gratitude where you feel it, to feel the love wherever it is for you in this now. And honoring that everyone will experience and feel everything in their own unique way. And what a beautiful gift that is, that we all get to have such a similar light within us and express it and share it in our own unique ways. May we find comfort in those differences. Placing your thumb knuckles at your third eye, honoring the light that is within each of us that connects all of us. I bow to each of you all, and I say namaste. Thank you all so much for being here and being a part of this. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.